A stage and screen director in a strikingly flamboyant decorated blue shirt, seated between a woman, his transsexual sister, in red, and a man, the director's lover, in olive green. This is a matrix image for Pedro Almodóvar's 1987 film, Law of Desire. For starters, that shirt in the middle will be an important part of the plot, so we have to notice and remember it for later. But there's a broader and grander scheme at play here. By the end of the film, when another man, angling to be the director's one and only lover, has deceitfully involved himself with the sister, the colours have flipped, changed places. Antonio Banderas is in fact now wearing what we call in English desire red, and she's in green. Colour is rarely naturalistic or subdued in Almodóvar. It announces itself, it moves its given systematic elements around and plays with them. Let's see how the game of green and red attaches itself to and saturates everything in Law of Desire. Set design, costume and lighting are tightly intermeshed in the style of this movie. But it's not a matter of facile, stereotypical colour symbolism, green for jealousy, red for passion and so on. And it's never entirely schematic or rigidly consistent either. The overall visual design of an Almodóvar film does not aim to be subtle or invisible, but it definitely aims to be total, to take hold of every parameter of mise-en-scène and performance, every significant object and move in the plot. Almodóvar amalgamated this approach from the influence of many filmmakers, including Hitchcock and Powell and Pressburger, but he turned his unique form of total design into a lasting legacy for world cinema in the later 1980s and beyond. This is a filmmaker obsessed with pictorial graphic designs of every kind, on book covers, in posters, in painted artworks on the walls everywhere. They all serve as the virtual freeze frames of his total filmic design, and never more so than in his famous credit sequences, especially when the title itself appears and is literally inscribed into the movie. These virtual freeze frames are then animated by the kind of projective, creative, reproductive machinery we see everywhere in Almodóvar. Typewriter keys, phone answering devices, movie projectors, dubbing studios, record players, the tracking rails that merge the mechanics of both stage performance and cinematography.
Ne me quitte pas, il faut oublier, tout peut s'oublier, qui s'enfuit déjà, oublier le temps de malentendu et le temps perdu, à savoir comment, oublier ces heures qui tuaient parfois, à coup de pourquoi, le cœur du bonheur. Ne me quitte pas, ne me quitte pas.
Women on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown in 1988 was a breakthrough for Almodóvar on many levels. His total design, a kind of total architecture, hits a new level of cohesion and of ambition, as is clear from the stunning collages exhibited in the opening credits. There is less uniform colour coding in this film, and a wilder, more heterogeneous clash of design elements, arranged in a mobile ensemble, as they run through major repeated decors, ranging from the smallest, the taxicab, to the largest, an apartment where much of the action is set, finally transiting to an airport where all lines intersect. Almodóvar changes things up with an incongruous infusion of animals and plants on a rooftop. An initially inexplicable, completely artificial establishing shot only gets casually placed in the storyline 11 minutes later. But artifice is proudly sprayed everywhere here, as in this city backdrop. All the design elements meet, part, and then meet again differently in this film. Like in Law of Desire, Women on the Verge especially enjoys that supreme filmic artifice, the telephone conversation, joining and splitting its elements, reinventing the conventional shot and reverse shot.
Tengo que ver a Iván antes de que se vaya. Búsquele en otra parte y a mí déjeme en paz.
Decors also exist to be destroyed or generally messed with in Almodóvar's cinema, another vector of the transformation idea that is so important to him.
¡No lo soporto! ¿Tú qué hacías agachado en la...?
Part of the total design method in Almodóvar depends on the circulation of key objects through a story. Like in films by Ernst Lubitsch or Max Ophüls, these objects change hands, get passed around as they change their function, often for the sake of comedy or melodrama, or both comedy and melodrama at the same time.
Vive feliz, mi bien, si el amor que tú me diste para siempre de sentir. Soy infeliz, si porque tú no
ahí en la cabina.
piensas
Mente acojonada.